what we have as your biggest gainers, in fact, Kakuzi, by the way, has been really holding out onto that particular gain because we talk about them closing at 400, and if you look at the day before yesterday, and that's there from Tuesday, we're talking about that being an 8%, in fact, to be exact, 8.62% in terms of that biggest gain. I will talk about that because they're the ones who've been able to hold on to that, and CIC now is coming into it, in fact, at 3.86% change, because they're currently opened at 2.15 cents to be exact. And then, by the way, we do have Jubilee as well, closing in that top gainers list at 2.68%. That is exactly how they opened if you go back to the day before yesterday as well. So not so much really in terms of the changes, because we have 8.7 to 2.68. Then you really see that majority of those stocks again this week have been the ones that have been representing that particular list for the biggest gainers. All right, let's move on to the next list, which is at the biggest losers, and that's exactly how we opened the markets this morning, and I will tell you exactly how that has changed as well. Because if you look at this, we have Centum, by the way. But just talk about Centum for quite some time, because now they are at 9 shillings and 50 cents per share, and that's exactly how they opened this morning. Because if you look at where they are right now, this is the worst they've been doing in history, by the way, because if they're really at 9, and that's a stock that should be at about 60, then you will see exactly how that is a big change, because now that is negative 4.23%. That particular stock, by the way, has really struggled to come up to value this year, because if you go back to where they were, there's a time they went back to 8 shillings. Now they're talking about 9 shillings and 50 cents. Not so bad though for that particular one, because at 9 shillings and 50 cents, you will say that indeed they've recovered at build, but very small margin. So hopefully they will get back to exactly where they need to be, because at 9 shillings and 50 cents, you will say that's a low for Centum really when you look at that particular stock. Good. Let's talk about the biggest movers then. And I'll be telling you, currently there are big changes on this because you would expect that the banking quotas are the ones that are going to really be in that list. And indeed, if you look at the biggest movers currently, as we wait for that to come up on your screen, currently you would expect that equity will be there, but I will tell you why it's not there by now. But this is how we opened. Safaricom opened this morning having traded 2 million shares at 584